So after 54 years of working, I'm in the final stretch. I'm calling this my new birthday because maybe, like me, your new birthday is right around the corner, or maybe you've already had it and you don't even know it. The sneak peek to this is your happy, happy day. And I am talking about Friday, your full retirement age day.
All right, so if you're like me and you've had decades of taking care of everybody else except yourself, and now you're over 60 and you've been wondering, what do I do? I don't have any money to retire. Well, I'm here to tell you your retirement age, your free account might be the answer that you didn't even know you had. I don't have a retirement plan. I don't have a finance guy, and this isn't by any means financial advice. I am not an expert. What I do know is what I saw in my full retirement age income. I saw this as an opportunity. I could be waiting, I'm 66, and I could be waiting another 4 years before I get that next bump. That's $200. 4 years? It just didn't seem right to me. So I'm still grinding that 40-hour week, and I saw this as an opportunity for an influx of cash in which I could create a cushion, give me some breathing room in my everyday, and actually open a door to create a supplemental evergreen income. And you can too.
Friday is the day your Social Security finally shows up. The day that check hits the bank. It's it's just not a date on a government chart. It's a knock at the door. And if you're still working, still grinding, still stretching that paycheck, this is a knock that you definitely want to answer because Friday is the moment your earnings, those benefits becomes real money. You can finally use to reshape this life.
All right, I want to give you a minute to actually digest that. Okay. So this is a very personal topic. Finances are very personal, and only you know where your finances are at, and only you can determine the forecast. What is that landscape going to look like when you hit 70, 80, maybe into your 90s? I have longevity. My mom is 92. My grand lived to 99. So all these things have to come into account. Do you want to take your retirement age, your full retirement age now, and forego that $200 or whatever, and kind of maximize what you can? Because if you do, this this can actually steady the ship. It can fill the gaps, and you can finally build momentum to do something for yourself, something that has been quietly waiting for this very moment.
Hey, I'm Cindy, and this is the Happy Choice. I created this channel to connect women over 60 with a place where we can lean on each other and go about finding our way through the messy, beautiful latter part of life. The part no one has ever prepared us for. But yet, eventually, we all seem to walk through it. Now, in our late 60s, it seems everything just keeps changing. Things we've never planned on, we're learning to navigate the unexpected, and that's what this video is all about. Take that breath of fresh air. Something we all expected is finally here, and that's Friday. Right? And we are going to live this. We're going to walk through it and just experience that influx and how it can be a bonus to the chapter that we're now in. And maybe even you can start dreaming again. All right, so we're going to break this down into three simple chunks. And if like I said, if you're still working Friday, this could be enormous for you. But say Friday is really what you have to live on. There's there's portions in here that you're going to benefit from as well. So these three elements are going to be how to turn that monthly money into long-term stability, low risk ways to stretch that check, and micro income ideas. Not investment advice, just practical everyday strategies. This is where we set the tone. So there are ways you can turn that monthly influx of money into long-term stability. Even if you don't have a retirement plan, this can help you. And the one thing to do is to inventory your bucket list and look at things that can make you money. Pull those things right to the top. And that's what you're going to focus on. Okay, so the dream that stuck for me, the one thing that rose to the top of my bucket list was actually number two on my list, and that was to write a book. I never dreamt of becoming a novelist. I just wanted to publish one thing. I wanted a project with my name on it. I wanted one moment where I could say, I made this. And that opportunity presented itself in a ordinary place, actually. I was helping a friend at a local market in selling plants. And that's when I had my eureka moment because so many people were asking questions. So many people made comments about how they just kill plants. Well, I killed an air plant, so I'm just as guilty, right? So I went home and wrote a quick, witty book about plant parenting. Something light, something fun, and helpful for people that want to take care of plants. And I took that influx of my Friday money and set up my copyright account, sent this over there, and it was 35 bucks. But then I went to Fiverr and hired someone to clean this up and drop it into an Amazon account I set up, and it will publish over there. And that's the point here. Your Friday money can fuel a dream in the same way. You can do the exact same thing and make a little bit of income. It's probably not going to be a lot, but every little bit counts. And it doesn't have to be big, it can just be yours. So, really, the point is this is how you begin turning monthly money into long term stability by choosing the right dreams to invest your time, your energy, and your Friday bonus into. Some dreams stay dreams, some dreams become income. Your job right now is to sort them all out.
Do you actually have an encore career on that bucket list? A big project that's just been sitting there and you're saying, I wish it's been a dream and you just never could fund it, so it just sat on that list. Well, you can tap all kinds of resources that are available to us now where we didn't have years ago, which is the internet. And this is a place where you can actually look at that encore career on your list and rethink its budget, because there's so much out there that makes this possible, and it's all free. You don't have to spend a dime to get this started. Think about it. You can, everything's free, free marketing, free advertising on community groups, right? And free websites, free social media platforms. That is your marketing right there. Using your social media to actually launch this out there. And then just redirect a small slice of your Friday money towards this project. Rethink that budget and dwindle it down so it's doable. Tiny steps, tiny investments, big energy. That's what you're going to get out of this is big energy. And you can do this. And now is finally the time in which it matters. And now it's time to start.
So, I'd like to offer some advice here. Keep your freight check in its own lane. So whatever your source of income, if it, if you were still working and a direct deposit into your checking account, don't put your freight money there. Put it in a different account because this gives you clarity. You get to see what's going on with that money. You get to watch it. And when money has a job, it works harder for you. It has a purpose when it's in its own lane. And stretching your check is about direction. It's those small, low risk choices for that long term stability. And it makes it faster. And adding to it with micro income can give you purpose that you've been looking for. And having it in its own lane, you get to watch this all grow. You get to see where it's all going, and you can see all your achievements. So the next topic is maximizing your free money by making micro income. And I've got some ideas. And some are basic local, some are online niches.
All right, so does this sound like you? You have spent decades learning, fixing, helping, solving, creating, and now you get to turn that all around and make that into a micro income. That feels natural and it's easy. And getting started is simple. There's so much opportunity out there. People are begging you for the skills you have. And don't think your skills are ordinary because they're not. There's a lot of people out there that have no clue how to do life skills, right? But you do. So, whether you can hem pants, you can fix a tear, you can sew a button, they have no clue. You are going to offer that service. The same goes for organizing, decluttering. People just don't have time. They create this upheaval of mess and they can't see through it. There's no clarity in their life because they just keep roadblocking into a pile that's been created. But you're good at it. So offer that up, right? Those small things really do count for them, and it can count in your bank account as well. There are so many opportunities out there, opportunities that our generation was raised with, skills we were taught, and we just kind of honed those skills over decades. Offer those up because the generations after us don't have those skills and they don't have that expertise, and they are begging us to show them, to do for them. So you can actually do this very simply, all free. Just put some cards on community boards. Go to your Facebook community for webpage for your town and post what you want to offer there, and you'll suddenly just get an influx of inquiries, and they'll message you, and you'll get that all set up, and before you know it, you've got job after job after job. That's what I'm praying for anyway. So um, this is so doable, and it doesn't have to be an in-person situation. You could be doing an online platform for people. You're just offering it locally, so it could be tutoring, it could be art instruction, illustration, and you could just do it in an online platform. But if you do want to do the local platform in person, security is always in the top of your mind, as it should be. And you can meet up in a public place. Say one of the services you're offering is you're doing people's laundry. They don't have time, right? So you can do that exchange in a public parking lot. Our town actually, the police department offers their parking lot for such a thing, and that way everybody stays safe. So keeping secure is an issue, and you need to put thought into that. um, I do have friends that are realtors, and they actually have a male counterpart come with them during the showings. So always have that in your mind as well. But the opportunities are there, and this is your opportunity to maximize your income. There is so much you can do online, and there's so much that actually is free. And out of the gate, print on demand. I use a site called Fourth Wall. They do all the work. Well, they do the handling of the orders, the shipping, the customer service, and then they send your money directly to your bank, your free account. And you create the page, which they call the storefront. You start designing product that can go on mugs, t-shirts, pins, stickers. And the beauty of this is you don't have to be an artist to do this. You don't have to really know graphics all too well to do this. You could do simple text to get started. And people actually see that you're promoting through your social media platform, your Facebook page, and you put a link, they go to your store, directly to your store, and they purchase. That is evergreen. It just sits there and just keeps creating money, and that traffic is through your social media. So the whole thing is kind of evergreen, in which you set it and forget it, and it just keeps creating that income for you. I really liked about Fourth Wall is they have these added bonuses. So I am an artist. I do create digital products, and they offer that to you as well. And you can upload all the stuff that you make and you want to sell, that you create with your own hands. So if you knit, you make dog toys, you do artwork, you can just upload pictures there, drop in a description, and they do the rest. The thing is, you do have to do the shipping because you actually own the product in your own home, so you'll have to ship that out. But that's actually the only step to that you own. They do take care of all the rest, and it works the same way. They process everything through, drop the money into your bank account, and you're good. I do want to say I'm not an affiliate of Fourth Wall. I'm just a happy user.
Subject matter expert content. This is you taking what you've done your entire life and offering it to people that need it. So SME content, what you've done for a living all your life, and now you're going on the online platform. And I have been following a fellow YouTuber Solo Shannon, and she uses what's called Substack, and she actually walked us all the way through how Substack works. It's 100% free. You create it the way you want it. You create like this little web page, and the beauty of this is not only is it free, but you get to create an income out of it because there's a newsletter process and you can charge for that, which is kind of like a membership. So it's month over month income, it's evergreen, and you create your fan base, your customer base right there. She has been absolutely wonderful. She too is a solo over 60 that has had some rough patches and has actually created her a career, you might as well say, over 60, online. She uses not only YouTube, but she uses Substack. And she gives credible advice as to how you can create additional income in the phase of life we're in. So I'm going to drop her link to her YouTube channel in my description. And I have to tell you, she is so inspirational, so motivational, and so peppy that you're going to love watching her as well. So, subject matter expert, that's on my bucket list project. And that's the next thing I'm going after. And this is something you can do as well.
All right, so we have covered a lot, and you've probably done that deep dive into what matters to you and what you'd love to see, some dream that you've had, something on your list that you want to see come to life, and what opportunities would it present for you in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, and perhaps even 90s. So drop a comment and share that with us. What is the dream? What is your one dream that you want to see come to life? And share it with the community because it would not only be interesting to see all these comments come in, but perhaps someone is kind of still struggling, and what you have to say is going to make the difference for her.
Friday isn't just a check, it's a chance to steady your life. It's taking that one small dream and finally breathing again. And if you're ready to build the next chapter, stay here with me and we're going to do this together. And until the next one, enjoy your Friday and let the world see you smile.